Hopefully nobody mistakes that noise for something else.
Well, hey, you just have to wait and see on the video.
Great. I was already primed to vomit. Now you're giving me that mental image.
Don't be scared, buddy. I'll hold your hand. We'll get through this together. I'm pumped. I'm ready for this. I'm mentally psyched up.
Oh, welcome to the Whiskey and Wine Podcast. I'm Alex.
I'm Big Mike.
And joining us for a second episode.
Oh, we're gonna have to get like Saturday Night Live 5-timer jackets. We're gonna have to get a fucking badass shirt or something, mate. So sorry, I just as you said it, I was like, that's right. This is number 2.
You can buy it. Well, I mean, so here's the question: if we're gonna do the jackets, are we gonna do like the green jacket from the Masters and just have like a number be like if you've been on twice, 3 times, whatever, or are we doing like a sequin jacket, like really obnoxious, like so? Do they want to take this out into public or not?
We'll have this. We're gonna have to workshop it.
Yep. Well, welcome to the podcast, Brian.
Brian,
thanks for having me again. There's been some new developments since my last appearance, but yeah, the place looks great. Got cameras now to like actually see us. That's wild.
Yeah, sorry, that part's a little harsh.
It's bright. And sure it won't highlight any imperfections whatsoever.
No, not at all. No.
That's one of the reasons I recline. I can get shirts the way that I want it. Make sure the creases are sitting just right.
Yeah, is that what you think is going on over there?
Buddy, you don't. Just Big Mike's just content the way I am.
Okay. All right, good. I'm glad you're happy with yourself.
I can't wait. I'm going to watch you in the eyes when we start drinking this.
Oh, fuck off. Oh. Well, so you've alluded to it. Brian, do you want to tell us why?
Yeah, why
I'm
you're
nervous?
So nervous?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, I thought, I was invited to be here, and now you're squirming.
The last time you came here, you brought us something fantastic to enjoy as just a treat. That Old Fitzgerald.
Oh, it was a delight.
That was fantastic. This time, apparently, I pissed you off with like my scorning of mellow corn.
Well, I just didn't appreciate the slander. We walked down an educational journey learning about bottled and bond, and I mentioned that one as a cult following called mellow corn, and you did your due diligence. You went out and scoured the globe, and you found some.
Yep.
And unfortunately, as a regular listener of the podcast, I've heard multiple jabs about mellow corn. And now the great thing about this industry, and I say it all the time, is people drink what they like, and it's not everyone's cup of tea. But since it is a cult following, I just wanted to drop a couple stats on you. Like, it's not listed in the state of Oregon, which means special order. So it's kind of wild, right? So just in the last 12 months, they've done $35,000 in sales of a special order item.
Oh,
so there are people out there for it. And the other nugget I found that I really liked, the top 2 on-premise accounts in the entire state for mellow corn, I'd argue very reputable and know their stuff, is a little place called the Scotch Lodge.
Oh, geez.
And the second best-selling mellow corn on-premise account in the state, the Multnomah Whiskey Library.
No shit.
What the hell?
People who know, and it's okay if you don't know. But I started thinking, and I was like, all right, well, what's another cult following brand that some of your listeners may know, some may not? It's out of Chicago, Illinois. It's called Malort. Are you familiar with Malort?
Yep.
Okay. What is your initial? I mean, it's not even. I don't even know what you call it other than a cordial, maybe. It's certainly not a whiskey.
It's technically a liquor, isn't it? A liqueur. Like it's because of the way it's made. And really, it's just disappointment in a bottle. If you were to distill my parents' feelings on me and put it into a bottle, it would be that.
No, it's famous as it is literally used as an initiation shot for biker gangs. Like, that's not hyperbole. Like, that's, you take this, it's part of the initiation. Lots of traditions with it.
We can either jump you in or you can take a shot of Malort. Like, ooh.
So that's what I brought to start. Now there will be something that's actually good later, but what do they say in the corporate world? Eat the frog first. We're gonna get the hard part out of the way, and then maybe perhaps you'll just appreciate Melkorn a little more after.
Yeah, will you stop talking shit about
Jeez, like, is it just gonna keep going down and down? Here, I thought it was gonna be like, well, today, I found something from 1958. And like, no, fuck you. You talked bad about my Melkorn. Now I'm bringing you Malort.
Yeah. So, you want to? What do they say in the corporate world? Eat the frog. Let's get this out of the way.
do it here? Should I relay?
I don't know if cheersing with this stuff is an
and then
okay thing.
I say we just, as we drink, we just stare at Alex.
No, and this isn't a.
This is not a sipper. This
is
you just have to shoot this.
Yeah, you get this out. All right, gentlemen. Malort.
Fuck! It doesn't get better.
No, it lingers.
Oh.
So
It starts bitter and then it ends up like rubbing alcohol
with cough syrup.
Yeah.
There's definitely some cough syrup.
So I found a hat tip. My wife, Brianna, found a thread on Reddit where, again, it's got a big following.
Okay.
Of taglines for what you just consumed. Hey, don't get the water yet. Let it linger.
Let it linger.
No, it's gotta go. It's gotta go.
Malort, the champagne of pain. Malort, tonight's the night you fight your dads. Malort, ever wanted to taste TV static? Now's your chance. Oh, I can't read that. Malort, the Gary, Indiana of liquor. Malort, these pants aren't going to crap themselves.
Yes.
Was that the sign?
Yeah. There's one on a banner at a concert in the Midwest that is just one of the greatest ads I've ever seen.
Oh my god, I that banner would be epic in here. Like, I've got my Pac-2 flag, there's some Packer stuff, and then Malort. These pants aren't gonna shit themselves.
No.
Malort, when you hate your taste buds even more than your life.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Malort, I'd rather drink sewage. Malort, try the bottom of your grandma's ashtray now. Malort, if your friend didn't warn you, he's an asshole.
But it's got a cult following.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, so now in hindsight, Melkorn's not that bad, right?
No, no, Melicorn's not that bad. That's what you had. You had to bring Malort to like, you can't knock something down so low like my taste buds just to try and make it like, see, now Melicorn's not bad. That's like saying, well, you don't have AIDS, but you've got gonorrhea.
Malort tastes better than your dashed hopes and dreams. No, it's fun. Everyone can say you did it. You've done it twice now.
Yeah.
And
oh no, more than twice.
Well, how come you're a repeat offender?
Well, so I went to school back east, and a few of the guys that were in my fraternity were from Chicago. So we had Canadians and New Yorkers and Chicagoans, and everybody wanted to prove that their area of the world was the coolest. And so the Canadians would bring down Molson Canadian, so the higher alcohol volume beer. Great, perfect, we're in for that. Fucking Chicagoans bring this and deep dish pizza, and they're like, see, we're cool. And it's the New Yorkers are like, where the fuck is the cheese? And they're like, it's under the sauce. I'm like, it's there, it's good pizza. And then they're like, now try this, and we're all going, nah, fuck your town. Oh god, it was awful. So yeah, no, I've had, that's time 4 or 5 that I've had that stuff, and it still tastes exactly the same. And the way I describe it is, my mom smoked growing up, and she drank Diet Pepsi, and every so often she would use an old can of Diet Pepsi with a little bit left as an ashtray.
Yeah.
And one time I wasn't paying attention and just went to get something to drink.
There's nothing worse than that feeling.
Picked up that can of Diet Pepsi, took a swig, and the
Boop,
cigarette
hits your
butt
lip.
like flies into my mouth, and it's just the taste of the stale cigarette and the warm Diet Pepsi. That.
Bad times.
Yeah, that's where my brain goes. It's like, hey, you did a stupid thing again. Why did you do that again?
Well, the good news is if anyone at home wants to, go experience what we just experienced, or you want to shame your friends, or see how tough your friends are.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's more tough.
Yeah, you got some guys running their mouth. Like,
Yeah.
Here you go. Try this. It's in 54 stores. It's only $31. You can go get it. And this blew my mind. I didn't even know this existed. I'm lying if I wouldn't say I'm intrigued. Malort has a barrel-aged Malort. What? Why? It's
what barrel are they putting it in?
but it's in 4 stores at $40 a pop.
Nope.
I may have to go adventuring and check that out just to barrel aged.
Why would you do to that? No. Oh my God.
Fantastic. Oh, well, you guys did great.
See, look at that. Freaking troopers over here.
What's that saying? Fuck this shit, I'm out.
The Cartman, I'm going home.
Screw you guys. I'm going home. Shit, I'm already home. But I already had a bottle of that here because, one of the episodes that we've wanted to do, but we haven't gotten there yet, is put it in your mouth and swallow. And it's just the worst things that you can find to have to drink. And that's one of them. I was like, oh, yeah, Malort's on that list. So I bought a bottle a while ago knowing that I needed to make Mike do that. So I'm glad that we have brought Mike into the fold of the pain.
That's got to be bad and cleanup in that lineup. I don't know what.
Oh,
that
no.
is a fun, order.
No. I got a couple other ones that were way worse.
Really?
Yes. Oh, yes. There's a German liqueur that is significantly worse, and then there's another one that essentially congeals in your mouth.
Like not as a like a cement mix, like out of the bottle.
Out of the bottle, yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't know the science behind it, but it's fucking awful. So I've got a couple more to really make Mike suffer.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
You just want to watch.
Yeah. Sell little studio tickets.
Standing room only, $5. You're in the corner.
Just giggle.
Oh, man.
And you can shoot Mike with the dart gun after.
Whoa. Where's all this coming from?
It comes from love.
Yeah.
Man, I never said one shit about melon corn. I'm over here getting tag teamed.
I'll make it up to you, I promise.
All right.
Within the hour.
Oh.
Wow. That can be taken a lot of ways.
Shit.
It's fair.
It's fair.
Stern but fair.
That's right. No, I know what's on the horizon, so I'm ready. I'm down.
Yep. Well, should we introduce what we're actually drinking, since we're not actually drinking Malort? We're not sipping Malort, Mike.
It's done. You can't unring that bell. We've done it. So
See? Part 1. That was the part 1.
no, no, the real thing I brought. Oh, should we just out of respect to the show? Do you want to grade Malort? Give it a. I'm kidding.
God.
I mean, accessibility. It's around.
It's that column plus.
Yeah. So its accessibility is really high up there. However, I'm gonna give it a turd brown. It's not on the list, but we're adding it.
It's the basement so far. We're still chasing that top. Like we found the floor.
We found the floor. Now it's up from here.
Yeah.
Way up.
In between you and Mark, trying to find something that would maybe make the platinum award level. Congrats, you found the worst.
All right, well there we go.
Oh, hey.
I think this could be a contender. Can you hand me that box, Mike?
Oh, jeez. I have to. Oh, I don't want to.
You're an athlete.
It just makes me nervous.
Yeah, I get it. So I came across a box or Angel's Envy. I know Mike likes Angel's Envy.
Oh, yeah.
And the timing worked out. Just a couple days ago, I was able to get my hands on a box of their collector series, which it has 3 different editions. They're all 375 milliliter bottles. but they're in a nice little. It is one of the nicest gift packages I've
Yes.
ever seen them out.
Yeah.
1000%.
The presentation is absolutely spectacular, and each bottle is in it's kind of like a bookcase, and each bottle has its separate book, and it's got like the little tab you pull out like you're actually at a library, and it's I believe it's each edition was from 2019, another one from 2020, and another one from 2021, and the one we're going to be sampling on today was finished in Madeira casks. Our tasting notes, it's going to give, I don't know, do you want to read those first or just get out
Sure.
Okay, well, it's going to have a deep amber color.
Okay.
The nose should be brown sugar, freshly baked raisins, and notes of cherry. Your palate, notes of toasted oak, smoke and leather, and dried cherries.
Mm.
And the finish should be a finish that lingers with notes of almond and hazelnut.
Okay.
Sounds very
So-
similar to the Malort, if you ask.
They're basically cousins. So, you want to give a cheers for the real stuff?
Yeah,
Oh.
hell yes.
See, this was the icing on the cake for
Ugh. This is our reward for suffering.
Oh man.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Yes, thank you so much for bringing this.
I'm happily surprised that my taste buds are still capable at this point.
That's so good.
That
It
is so
And
good.
it does linger a little bit. Like, I
Mhm.
like that.
What's the proof on it?
The proof is actually, I think it's on the bottom.
Oh yeah, 50%, so 100 proof. All right.
That's good.
Mm. That's so much better.
Happy camper over here.
Not only is it Angel's Envy, but it's really good Angel's Envy. And you're a good boy, you get more.
So good.
And it is. I was doing some just scouting around to see the availability of it, and it looks like there's 8 stores in the state that have one case each.
Ha.
It's a little spendy. It's $3.99 each, but again, the presentation, you'll never throw the box away.
No.
No, that box will.
So if by the time this airs, if you're intrigued, hop on the liquor search, see who still has one.
Yeah.
There's one in Eugene, and I think one in Bend, and the rest are in the Portland metro area. But yeah, what a great gift. I feel like Mike might have one coming for Christmas or something. If someone listens, I don't know.
Hint, hint, listeners.
Yeah, if you like Mike.
Birthday's around the corner in December, but just right around the corner.
Act today.
Oh. Yeah, we might have to. I wonder if we could call the store that was closest to us and put in an inquiry over the phone during break.
Just call dibs. Like, I will be here with that.
I'm busy recording right now, but I'll be there, I promise.
Yep. I'm happy.
Yep.
I'm real happy. That's freaking delicious.
And there's 3 different varieties. Like, we're only hitting one.
Yeah.
So imagine the other 2.
And
There you go.
you can just sit there and have a little of each and make it an entire experience.
The only bummer, and I get it, is I just wish they were full size. Cause
Yeah,
it's one of these things that you want to share.
And these little bottles aren't going to last long. I mean,
No, if
we
we don't-
just
No.
poured
Look.
this.
I'm savoring. I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep this for as long as we're already 35% down on that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Without supervision, that can be gone in a sitting.
Especially if this one
Is unsupervised.
is
Yeah.
unsupervised with it.
Call back to the other episode. He'll just refill the bottle. Yeah, it's just bottle finished Angel's Envy.
That's
No.
right.
Wait a minute. Why does this suspiciously taste like Malort in here now?
A lot lighter. than it was last time.
Well, no, thank you for bringing this.
Yeah, that's fun.
This is one hell of a way to start a little football Saturday here.
Yep. I'm all right with this.
Yeah.
It'll do.
Well, so since the last time you were on, I mean, that was one of the highest rated episodes that we had, which is really fantastic because apparently people either really like listening to you or really like the information that you brought or something. But when it's just Mike and I, there's definitely a dip in the listen numbers.
I got to credit the information. I mean, it was actually interesting. Like, I don't have anything to educate anyone on today.
You don't drink Malort.
Or use it as a tool.
Yeah.
Or a tool in your life.
That's right.
But no, thank you. That's very nice to hear.
Yeah.
I had a great time doing that, and my daughters were blown away that people would actually listen to me. I don't know if we can do like, Ginny and Char shout out, like, go to bed. I know it's going to be playing again. And it's see, it's on a podcast, so it must be real.
That's right. See.
Yep.
But
That's so fun.
Yeah, and it's out there forever.
ever.
So
It's on the internet.
we could just replay that part of it all the time. Go to bed.
Yeah, can I get a Jenny and Charlotte go to bed from Big Mike and Alex themselves? There you go. Go to bed.
Hey, this is Alex from the Whiskey and Wine podcast.
We could start doing cameos.
Cameos, yeah.
God, we could do one like Steve Largent and just drunkenly stumbling around the studio. Like, and over here, I got a bottle of. Here's the Malort. Hey, look, I found the Malort. And here's the Melicorn. This is actually really good.
It's fine. There you go. It's fine. That's good.
Dude, we should. I'm going to set us up. I'm going to say podcast personality and social media influencers, and we'll put like a $5 price tag on it, and we'll just do.
Oh my God,
cameos.
It's just gonna be like everybody from Tap4, like like Alex, I need you to come up to Tap real quick, and we're just gonna do like a dozen of these real quick. Hey, if it gets us free bottles of something, totally in for that.
Hey, look at that. All right. I'll check to see what kind of clout you need to have.
You email them and they're like, no. Nobody knows who you are.
You just watch the revenue rolling in.
You guys get a portion of everything that we make. Come on.
Oh God!
We'll make all of $20.
Making ideas to generate revenue.
Hey, $20, man. Yeah. I know what I'd do with that. Evan Williams.
There you go.
Bottle and bond.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Love it.
So smart.
That's what I was drinking. I told you we went to Sun River for Labor Day, and it was just my family. I'm like, what should I bring? I need a bottle. I went with the old Evan Williams.
Yeah.
There you go.
Figure sitting on the patio is going to be hot out there. I don't know. That's my when I don't know or want to grab something different, that's kind of the go-to now.
Yep.
And I love it.
Awesome. Love to hear it. Love to see it. I get excited just as a dork, like in the industry, when I go to buddies' houses that I haven't ranted on or anything and see my product. Like
yeah.
I don't know. If someone sells vacuums or something, I wonder if they check, like, they go over and like just check the closet. Like,
what sucks for you?
Yeah. Like it is a little habit I have of, kind of scouring different stuff. And I always get excited when there's my stuff on the bar cart. So it's good.
I remember my very first time I used to always do Portland Party Bus shirts for bachelor parties. Plain white t-shirt, big logo, everything in the center, and I'd always give them the bachelor parties because majority of them will do a little strip club tour, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd always
Allegedly.
let the bachelor, that's what I heard, allegedly. I would give them the shirt, but then I'd give all the guys some Sharpies so then they could have some autographs throughout the evening in the establishments. And I loved it because I felt like it was a great hustle because the bachelor would be sitting on a chair on the stage, right? Everyone's watching. They got music. Girls are signing it, this and that. It was always, I was like, this is genius, right?
Yeah.
But I remember I fanned out a little bit on my own when I saw one out in the wild, someone actually wearing a Portland Party. I was like, oh shit,
Totally.
that's my shirt. Like, oh my goodness, someone has one of my shirts, right? So
yeah,
now we have to do that with the whiskey and wine merchandise.
Yep.
you will share in that experience when you're in a random Costco someday and you see a daily dick punch or
Bogo Fafo.
Really well done. I love them.
They're so much
yeah,
fun.
they turned out pretty good. So we'll have to figure out. I can help you with the website because I actually know a little bit about that stuff.
All right, good. I need help with that part.
Are they unveiled? Like, have people seen them, or is it just
Well,
like,
Sort of. Like, it's not.
So
I've not
new.
started putting them up on socials just because I don't have the store to sell them yet. I need to start selling them because so far I've just paid for them. So it'd be nice to like recoup that money.
I mean, they're all great, but there's one specifically that will be a #1 seller, hands down. And I don't know if I just file out like on paper to get my order in my version, but I want that.
Well, I've got it in XL or double XL, your choice.
Done and done.
Oh.
So yeah, we'll figure out how to get that.
All right.
And like I said, we can't even do a little pop up
Oh yeah.
at Tap someday because I guarantee
That'll move some inventory.
Yeah, on a Monday or Tuesday when a few of these people that have had their stories now turned into a T-shirt when they're there, I feel like a few phone calls, but I feel like a little pop up, right? It might be a little cheesy, but
it's all right.
we might move some merchandise. I got a Tap takeover, and we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
We'll get the people the shirts. But
Well, I think it'll have to be on like a Wednesday or something, so you can be there too, and we'll put a big sign out up front that just says "Meet Whiskey and Wine." It's meet Alex and Mike.
But what a great carrot to dangle for guests. Like, if you tell a story good enough, you might get a shirt.
See?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
don't suck.
I can tell you, I'm not making a fucking Malort one, so
So I'm already out.
I'm already.
All right.
do better.
Hey, to take a line again from my kids, you were really brave about it. I'm proud of you. You did a good job.
Yeah, you did good, buddy.
It's just PTSD. Like, I know that bottle. I know that bottle. I know that bottle. It's always a good sign when it's a plastic screw top for a bottle.
Hey, now, Mellocorn's plastic.
Oh, yeah. Whoops.
It's just a cost thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be able to keep the cost down for the loyal customers.
Yeah.
Loyal. Trapped. I feel like it's Munchausen, or not Munchausen, but what's the kidnapping mental illness when you Stockholm
Yes.
Stockholm's like, you will enjoy this.
You will.
You like me, you like me.
We can be friends. Oh, well, I know it's college football season.
Yep.
And it's kind of funny. Everyone has their own teams, right?
Yeah, we're all rocking.
Yeah, I got my daughter's ASU gear on right now.
I got my beaver shoes on.
Got my Coug shoes and shirt.
See, now
And
you're
my Pac-2 hat. I
Yeah.
was waiting for a compliment.
I do like the Pac-2 hat. I feel like it needs a little bit more orange in it, though.
We were at a it's kind of a dumb story because I was at the Bacardi National meeting, and for their event they did a bar takeover, and they were doing swag customized, and you can get a hat or a shirt. So like they had these street artists doing it, and I got up there and I'm like, can you make me a graffiti street art Pac-2 hat? And she's like, what? And I just said it's. And some of my buddies from around the country were just cracking it. I mean, they've been really mean about us not having a home. And, I'm still going to – I don't like how it unfolded, but I'm going to fall back, my Cougs. And I've been a bigger Beaver fan in the last 12 months than I've ever been in my life.
Well, and you know what? Last week, we were the only FBS school conference that went undefeated.
Absolutely. And there wasn't any doubt. It wasn't a fluke.
Yeah, no, we just owned it.
Nope.
And congrats, by the way, on being in the Pac-12 championship game.
Oh, you too. I look forward to that.
Yeah.
It was a depressing conversation watching the game last week, but I was talking.
Yeah, it was depressing last week. All right.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Poor Mike is a Portland State boy. And that was a couple
I got
points.
proud, man. 30. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, look at the scores right now.
Hey, man, if it was a 1-7, you guys beat us. So take that. But we were cracking up just talking during the game. Is like, because we're still a conference, right?
Yeah.
Like, it is still the.
Yeah.
Still,
So
yeah.
at the end of the year, is it gonna be like a Little League All-Star team where we do our all conference where you just pick from 2 players or 2 teams, and it's just like, first team Oregon State's quarterback, second team Wazoo's, first team running back, Washington State, second, and like really like, are these kids gonna have on their professional LinkedIn someday like, I was a third or a second team left tackle? Well, there were 2 in your conference. I hope they do that.
I hope they push into it and just
embrace it.
Yeah.
Everybody on both teams should just be all conference.
100%.
Yep.
Like, so if you're a starter, you're at least second team.
Like at this point,
Yes.
you have fucked up this whole Pac-12 thing so bad. You guys might as well just own it and start just becoming a meme. Like you just own it and be like, look, we're still the only undefeated conference. We're just keep selling it. Just run with it.
Love it.
Yes.
And I think we will. I think there's enough passion. That's what makes the sport so awesome. Is,
Yeah.
It's regional. You get to talk trash to your buddies who went there or didn't go there, and like, it's just, I just have a hard time. I do feel. That's a lie. I don't feel bad, but I think it's funny when Duck fan tries to talk trash to the guy in the office who went to Minnesota about the big game this week, and finds out there is no guy that went to Minnesota. So you just have to get on your message board for like, you really fired up for the Maryland match. Like, that'll be great. Like, have fun playing the Terps, you dork. But, I don't know. And it is, again, I obviously grumpy about it. It was my favorite thing. Like, I loved all the energy and the passion, the experiences, and the irony's not lost that like the blackout happened, and
you're the CWTV contract right now is looking like
we're old school Braves and Cubs in every house in the country. Like, Beavs and Cougs are in literally 98% of the people with a TV.
Yep.
And now, I think, are the Ducks streaming tonight, or are they?
So ironically, they're on Peacock.
Yeah.
Which is no free trial, and it's a $7.99 subscription.
Yep.
So it's just like, you goofballs.
Yep. Congrats. None of your fans can watch your game.
It drives me nuts from a business standpoint.
Oh, yeah, what the heck do you
I'm not
do?
even going to. I'm not. It's kind of funny. Look at this. I've already had 2 texts today. It's now 1:49. I've had 2 texts. One as early as 1:20. So literally, since we've been sitting here, are you showing Duck game? Like, as a business owner, it's driving me nuts because I have Comcast.
Yep.
And my Comcast bill, fucking Comcast. Oh, I'm gonna fucking Jesus. Let me get. Hold on. I pay. I don't even want to say what I pay because it's just astronomical. But it's about 3 to 4 times what a residential package pays.
Yeah.
And then I have a few other little sports stands that I have to add to. The fact that I can't even show a Duck game in this state right now, right?
Yeah.
It's insane.
Is absolute. It's killing me. And then they're like, oh, well, tonight's Peacock. I'm like, well, I'm just like, dude, I literally was searching yesterday. I was like, I need to put together a full spreadsheet to figure out how I can legally get all these games, right? Because now it's not just Fox and CBS and NBC, but Amazon just signed a 3-year deal. Or I'm sorry, Netflix just signed their 3-year deal. Thursdays are tied up on Prime to 2033. Now they got Peacock involved. I'm like, dude, how many things do I need? I don't even care about it at home. Like, I have the fact that I'm already getting text messages. And what time did they play today? 7?
Yeah.
Dude, there's going to be another. I'll have another
15
customers reach
Easy.
out. You know, and I don't blame them because I witnessed it last weekend. I happened to be in Bend for the holiday weekend.
Yep.
We strolled into, I don't even want to name the brewery. Yes, Cascade Lakes Brewing.
Okay.
They had Comcast. They couldn't watch the game. I felt bad because I was literally watching people walk into the bar asking if they had the game. They said no because their Comcast and is blocked out, and people were turning around and leaving.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, at the end of the day, it's just a pissing match, right? They want more money from the TV rights. Comcast feels like they're wrong. And the whole $10 a month, or they wanted to just do the $10. I'm like, well, I feel like we can get more money. So let's just hold out. And I'm like, it sucks for everyone, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that you literally can't, I don't want to say I should be special, but I see my Comcast bill and I'm like, I'm in a different tier. I feel like
You should get a little more.
yes, right?
Yeah.
It's just I don't know what to do. I hope this pissing match ends soon because, like I said, I feel bad for people like reaching out to, staff of restaurants and bars and owners of, and trying to figure out who has what package and can you watch it? Can you stream it? Can you do this? And it's just, I don't know. It's only week 2?
Yeah.
I feel I'm like already kind of exhausted with some of this shit, right? Duck fan,
Trying
not fan,
to keep
whatever.
track of everything.
Dude. And like I said, the NFL is not making it any easier
No.
with all of these new exclusive holiday. If you want to watch a game on fucking Christmas, you need Netflix. And
Or the game last night, the game in Brazil.
Yes.
We were down at the Sherwood Country Club, the Elks, and they tried to turn it on, and the system was like, nope, we know that you're a bar, so you're not allowed to show it. This is only you don't have a bar account.
I got kind of a funny story about that actually last night, and I'm kind of an idiot, but I watched the first quarter in Portuguese because when you hit on my Comcast the little C button and I had Peacock, so I thought I was kosher. And I hit it, and there were only 2 options that popped up when I did that and didn't go through the app. It said you can watch it in Spanish or Portuguese. And I thought, well, you know what? I haven't really heard much Portuguese in a while. So I watched it, and then I was like, wait a minute. Maybe if I go through the app, I could, get it in English.
Yeah.
So the second quarter on, I got to enjoy it in my native tongue. But the first game last night, I watched it in Portuguese, which was, it's football. Like, I knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get any of the color commentary.
I don't think that really mattered.
No, it's pretty funny though. It's a wild, wild west streaming everything, dude.
No, it is. It's
so
it's
confusing,
insane, right? It's so many platforms now.
And Joanna and I just went through and deleted a bunch of things. Like, so we've got YouTube TV to watch, just kind of everyday things. Then we had Apple TV Plus, Netflix, Max, Peacock, and 4 or 5 other ones, right? And we're like, well, we don't need Max. Like, we don't need HBO. So we deleted that. And then we're like, well, do we still need Netflix? Like, yeah, we'll keep Netflix. That's fine. All right. What about Peacock? Well, now we're coming into football season. So, yeah, now we need Peacock again. Well, what about this? And like, oh, my God. Just give me everything into one. Like
when we had it and it was called cable.
Yeah, right. Right. Just give me, it's so confusing. Like, yeah, I have to have Disney Plus, but can I just have it be Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and everything under that for just $79?
Dude,
and
we
I'm
used to
fine with
have
that.
it and we hated it, and then I'm sure there's a hack stand-up bit that you can dive in, like, but it's gone insane. Like,
Yeah.
It used to, like, early cord cutters, like, hats off, you figured it out.
Yeah.
We've made it worse on ourselves than it was even 5 years ago.
Sometimes choices are not the best option.
No, dude, it's depressing.
Yeah.
And how much? Again, I understand that they're trying to make money. It is the whole free enterprise, but the fact that how do they all magically have one good show that you want to see?
Yeah. Yeah, this is bullshit.
Like, there's one thing on Hulu that, like, I want to see, or there's one thing. It's like, can you guys consolidate?
Yeah.
Like,
That's all. It's like the NFL owners meetings they have in Florida, right? All these guys get together. All right, man. Here, this is what we're gonna do. You got Yellowstone. You, my friend.
let's have a fantasy draft.
Dude, it's and like you said, it has been right all those years. Everyone cable, everyone bitched, right? And then they said, all right, like you said,
Fine, we'll do it a la carte
Netflix
then,
came out,
bitches.
right? A la carte, and then everyone's like, all right, so. And they're all smart about keeping everything around $7.99 to like what $15.99, right? They're like, no one's gonna say anything.
Yep.
Next thing you know, you're like, I have 14 things
Yeah.
that I'm paying, $10 a month.
And we made it a month without HBO Max before both Joanna and McKenna were like, can we get that back? Like, McKenna's like, Friends is on that.
Oh,
jeez.
jeez.
Like, yeah, you've seen the entire show 6 times through. She goes, Well, not all the way through.
No, it's a power move too to people in our age area. I think like I kept my DVDs. Like I still
Yeah.
have seasons on and now I've kind of gotten a little jabby with some people I might live with that want me to throw them all away. Like, well, now we can just pop this in and watch it and don't have to like find which streaming it's on and like
Yep.
I don't know. So
And all the cool content with the DVD.
oh
Yeah.
deleted
Right?
scenes, all that
Come
stuff.
on now.
Commentary.
Yes. Punks. Leave my DVDs alone.
Seriously, like it's physical media is important. I stand by that.
Nope. Here. I'll drink
Cheers
to
to
that.
that.
Cheers to
Yeah,
that.
cheers. All right, let's take a little break. Good.
Keep sipping on this Angel Envy.
Yeah. Get a little refill. All right.
The Whiskey and Wine podcast is brought to you by Tapforia, Tigard, Oregon's first growler tap house. Founded in 2014, Tapforia has 28 taps, including beer, wine, cider, seltzer, and kombucha. Did you know that they are a bottle shop as well now? Stop in for a pint, glass, growler, or a 4, 6, or 12-pack of the latest and greatest offerings of our local breweries. Located on Highway 99W in Tigard. Visit tapforia.com and follow them on social media to see what they have on tap each day. Tapforia, craft beer and wines.
All right. Good break. So we have to cheat a little bit because you told a super funny story
Yeah, you did.
of you in Chicago. So we're gonna have to back up.
Back up, revise.
Yeah,
or revisit.
we have to revisit that story because it was pretty fucking killer.
So I'll set it up a little bit. We were on break. Alex was, he's being really brave, but he's still complaining about the Malort
Always going to.
and why would I do that to him? Thought we were friends, all that stuff. So I apologize, but I told the story of last March, my family and my mother-in-law went out to Chicago, and that's kind of where I discovered. I knew of Malort, but it's from there, right? So like, I was like, I gotta, win in Rome. So one afternoon we went to this little bar pub lunch spot. It was in SNL in the 70s for their cheeseburger Coke bit. I forget what they even have a sign outside, like it's like the goat or like the hairy. I don't know what it's called, but you can find it on the internet. But anyway, I was like, this is a great opportunity. I went up to the bar. I was like, you guys have Malort? And she's like, yeah. It was like, well, we want to try it. We haven't, been out here. Really want to do it here. So can I get 3 shots of Malort? She's like, well, it's $9 each. I'm like, okay. I mean, I want it. I'm going to do it to myself. That's fine. I wasn't going to be like, well, it's $11. Well, no. Like, they had me sold. So, but she's like, or you can get a Chicago handshake. I'm like, what's a Chicago handshake? She's like, well, it's $6 a shot, and we give you a beer. So I kind of do a little dog head tilt, like, well, that's a better deal.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're reducing the price,
Yeah.
and providing a beer.
Totally. So again, I don't know if it was she thought like, you guys seem okay. I'm not going to rip you off. Here you go. So here's a Chicago handshake, and unfortunately, I don't know how to share it, but I got a video filmed by my 10-year-old at the time of her mother and her dad and her grandma all doing Malort in a bar in Chicago. And her commentary was pretty good, and you get the facial. Like, I hope when this episode airs, like, you zoom in on Alex, and I'm pretty sure I took it cool. But Alex and Mike, they were making some cartoon faces over there.
Eyes, the Duga.
But yeah, just remind me of that, and the Chicago handshake cracks me up.
So next time Alex goes, he's just going for the Chicago fist bump.
Yeah. Yeah. The Chicago fist bump.
Where they open the bottle of Malort, just kind of blow it your way, and then give you a beer.
Call it good.
If it's only $1 more expensive than the beer, that's fine. Like, there you go. Like, I can say I participated.
Or maybe they take that plastic cap off, and then you have to like You get that. You
Nose the cap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you nose the cap, and then you get your beer as the treat.
That's
You know-
fantastic.
You should, the next time you're in Chicago, just go, do you have the aged Malort available?
Seriously, I am.
Do you have the barrel aged Malort?
I'm a little bougie, and I only drink barrel aged.
In what barrel? Who are they partnering up with?
The Porta Potty brand. We age it in the urinals that have been pulled out of old porta potties.
yeah.
You know that blue water on the airplane?
Yeah,
What barrel of that?
with a little fresh cake floating on top. Ugh.
Oh, it might make it taste better. God, it's so bitter.
I don't know if it would help though.
But this envy is opening up, and it's spectacular.
Yeah.
So let's focus on the positive.
No,
Yeah.
it's
I'm much happier now. Much happier. Like if all that you had brought was the Malort, I'd be like, "Hey, thanks for showing up, Brian."
Go home.
Go. So, anyways, that was Brian. Everybody say bye.
hey Brian, you're gonna have to wait around. Let me record this real quick, and I'll drive you home.
Your invitations were revoked. Yeah. Oh, I get it. I get it. It's again. I wouldn't. That would be really poor taste. No, I'm always going to bring you something good. So
Well, that is this.
Yes, you did. You knocked it out of the park on this one, my friend.
So, not to steer anything crazy, but all this football has got me excited. Are you guys going to any games this year on the docket? College. I know some of you big time Browns fans.
Yeah, we're going. We're going to the Civil War, which still exists. Oregon State, even though they can't call it that anymore. It's in-state rivalry. Whatever the hell they want to call it.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to Boise and see Oregon State play Boise State right after Thanksgiving, which means we get to go have Thanksgiving in Boise, which should be fun. And it's with the folks that have a son that plays for the team, so it'll be good food and everything else. And then we might do one more Beaver game later in the season, but later in the season when the weather starts to get really shitty. And, if the Beavs record isn't great and the games are at, they don't start till 7:30 or something like that, 1:30 in the morning hurts nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a lot easier to be like, gee, golly gosh, we should stay in town and watch this from the comfort of the whiskey room.
Yeah, seriously.
How about you, Mike?
Parents' weekend ASU.
Oh, that's
first
right.
weekend in October. Gonna go see my first Big 12 game. I think they're Kansas. So
Yeah.
we'll see. It's the only one planned. I got a duck game with Brace. I always go get an invite from John Brace every year to go down, do a little Otson trip with him.
Yeah.
And then the wife and I were trying to find a Beav game. She's got to see the new stadium before myself. So
Oh.
I was in Cleveland last year when her and Coop went to a game. So I got to go check out a Beav game. And
Yeah.
one of each.
Nice.
You going to see the Cougs at all?
I don't think I'll make it to Pullman this year. I'd love to. The one we're toying with, same thing. Our Apple Cup
Yeah.
is week 3, which is insane. But it's a air quote neutral field game at Lumen. where the Seahawks
Oh.
play, and the tickets start at like 110.
Ooh.
And it's just I want to go to support it. I'm also really ticked off at UW for leaving the conference. And
Yeah.
I don't know why we're doing them any favors.
Yeah.
But we're also flirting with going to the conference championship game in Corvallis this year.
Yeah.
It'd be my first Pac-12 champion. I've never been to a championship game.
I know.
So we may go to that. But then that got me thinking. I wanted to ask you guys any wild stadium game experiences, because I actually had one at and it'll tie up because I want to show how much I've grown as a person. So in 2018, my father-in-law was gracious enough to take me, my oldest daughter, and my wife to go see a Beav game against the Cougs. And
Nice.
It was no joke. I mean, he's got club seats. It was kind
Ooh.
of rainy. It was a gnarly day.
Yeah.
The Cougs prevailed, I think, 51-36. So it
Woo.
was an okay day for the Cougs. But where I scarred my children and my wife, and I think my father-in-law's never looked at me the same since, was I mean, you tailgate, you imbibe. Like,
Yeah.
So by halftime, you're feeling good. Like,
Yeah.
You're not out of control, but you probably shouldn't drive a car, right?
Yeah.
So I took advantage. It was a cold, kind of gray Corvallis day, and
Yeah.
part of being in the club is you get to go inside to the concourse.
Yeah.
And halftime was winding up, and I'm walking through the concourse, and like a beacon of light out of the corner of my eye, I just see a beer with condensation on it. No one there, and next to it was a hot dog. And no one's around. It's not like someone's sitting at the table.
Yeah.
And like people are getting back to their seats, and the lines are dying down. And I kind of looked around. I made eye contact with my wife and my daughter, and they both, without saying it, was a nonverbal don't. And I took. You get the angel devil on your shoulder.
Uh-huh.
It's like, these are club seats. It's not like bought a hot dog and put a razor blade in it. Like, someone passed out or had too much or just decided they didn't want it.
Yeah.
So I erred on the side of like, these are all good people.
Yeah.
Nothing's tainted.
Yeah.
Beer's
Totally-
completely full.
Yeah.
No one around.
Yeah.
So in about 3 bites, the hot dog was gone. And did the man show consumption of the beer, the 2 gulps, and it's gone.
Yeah.
And I set it down, and my father-in-law's a pretty cool guy. Kind of gave I get it.
Yeah.
And my daughter and wife were just disgusted. And then,
You get the head shake. Just
upon further review, they're like, you know what that was? Like some drunk dude. Apparently, they sold a hot dog with like mac and cheese on top.
Oh, yeah.
So some drunk dude just ate all the macaroni on top. There wasn't mustard. That was like residue
Of the mac and cheese.
And I looked up the date. This was 2018. This was pre-COVID,
Yeah.
and I'm still here.
Yeah.
See?
So it's fine.
You're totally fine.
But the tie-in to where I've grown as a person, and I want never stop learning, never stop growing. is, God, maybe you guys can make this a shirt. That would make me so happy. I was lucky enough, again through work, I got to go to the Ireland Football Kickoff Classic.
Oh.
Teeling took a group. Oregon did very good with Irish sales, so thank you if you're a Teeling supporter. I got to go see the Florida State Georgia Tech game. Strikingly similar scenarios. We were in the club level, and about the second quarter, I go get my snacks and my Guinness.
Yep.
And walking over to put a condiment on my hot dog, and just right there on the counter, perfectly naked, untouched hot dog, just alone, no one around it.
friend.
Yeah, it's like, hey, buddy. And I looked at it, and I restrained.
Wow.
I did not. Part of it, and my wife was giving me a hard time, is it because you already had a hot dog, Brian? And I'm like, that's a fair question. Because
No, there's no limit to the glizzies.
There you go. There you go. But I refrained. I took the one I rightfully purchased for and left that one to hang out. But
Maybe somebody behind you hadn't had that experience yet, so they're going
paid
to
it
get
forward.
to it.
I was just gonna say that's
Yeah.
in the long run. At the end of the day, you were just paying it forward.
Yep.
Yeah. So I later, about mid-third quarter, I went out to use the restroom and walked by the same way, and it was still there. So it was kind of like I don't know if it was one of those Disney like test stuff. Like, I waited for you, and it would have been that much better of a hot dog. But I refrained twice.
Damn.
And I just,
That's a lot of staying power.
you never stop growing. You guys have any weird stadium stories? I don't know. I've been told there's some I can't tell, but
I'm thinking. I shared some already.
Yeah.
you're one about Cleveland wandering around the bowels. Was
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah.
And then almost getting hit by the bus.
Yeah. I licked the window on that trip. That trip was epic. Hold on, I'm trying to think of any other.
While you're thinking, have you guys ever been kicked out of a game?
Nope, never kicked out of a
Well,
game.
here you go. I'll go again. I'm for the most part very law abiding. I don't, if yeah, I don't premeditate chaos, I guess.
Okay.
So this was back when I was dating my wife while she was in college at Wazoo. I'd graduated. I was a few years earlier. And it was a November game, and I was up there visiting, and I got to go to the student section, and that was all cool.
Yeah.
And it makes it sound like I'm crazy older. Like, we're 6 years apart. It's not that bad. So I think she's 20, I'm 26. Like, anyway, we're at the bus stop, and it's freezing in Pullman.
Yeah.
And it's like an early November game, and we're drinking Keystone Light, waiting for the bus to get to the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm layered in about 7 shirts, right? Like,
Yeah.
everything's fine. Like, we pre-funked. We couldn't really tailgate because
Yeah, you didn't have a car.
yeah. So and Pullman has a bus at the time that would just come to all the apartment complexes and drop you off right by the stadium. It was super convenient, great.
Perfect.
And the bus is coming. Oh crap, the bus is here. Like, you can't take a beer on the bus. That's
No.
law abiding. So I finish my beer, throw it in the can, and we go on our way to the game. And we're going through security, handing our tickets and everything. I get patted down, and they get to my kangaroo pouch, which is under 2 other sweatshirts. Lo and behold, there was a Keystone there.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, sorry, man. And I go and set it on the counter. Like, I'm layered up. I forgot I was in there. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to bring 1 Keystone into a game. That's my master plan. I'm such a lightweight. This will get me through the day.
Yeah.
So I just start walking. Like, my ticket beeped, and I set it down. Like, oh, sorry. I figured they just throw it away. Like,
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Oh.
I got about 4 steps in before both arms are grabbed, and right away I thought it was my girlfriend, wife now, and like her roommate, like pulling me to make fun of me.
Yeah.
It was cops.
No
and I
shit.
pull away, and they start going. I get the whole stop resisting. This is a big deal. Like, I get taken downstairs to their little holding cell.
Wow.
No way.
And they're like, "This is a big offense. This could ruin your semester." And I'm a smart ass, still am. But I'm like, considering I graduated 4 years ago, I don't think so. And they're like, "Oh, really? What's your student ID?" And I give it to them, and they look it up, and it's like, "Oh, he just graduated." And you're over 21 by far.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like they were aggressive because I think that like they thought they got one
Yeah.
and they didn't get one. And I remember like in the little holding cell thing, like they had a TV up, and I was just staring at like UCLA was playing somebody,
Yeah.
and the cop was like, "What are you staring at?" It's like, "Well, UCLA's down, and I think they were a 10-point favorites. I'm just trying to see what's going on."
Yeah.
Like, "Oh." They grumble, and they come back out, and they give me this little flyer that my wife put in a scrapbook somewhere that I've been ejected from the stadium for 24 hours, and if I come within 500 yards, it's a trespassing arrest. And like, so we walked back to our apartment and watched the rest of the game, but it was one of those like,
Damn,
it
over
wasn't
a
even
Keystone.
one Keystone.
Wow.
And it wasn't like, again, if you catch me with a fifth of Fireball or something,
Yeah.
like, that's on me. Like,
Yeah.
my bad. But like, I thought we were all kosher. Like,
Yeah.
whoops, it's cold. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And so that was the only time I've ever been ejected from a sporting event. And it was my beloved Cougs, which I drove 6 hours to see.
Dude, that is crazy.
No.
That
You
got
drove
bumped
6
up.
hours to see who is now your wife.
Oh, yeah.
But there
thank
also happened to be a football game.
you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Clean that up in post.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, no, shit got out of hand quick. That's aggressive for one Keystone.
And you
Yeah.
gotta stop resisting. That was my
Wow.
only stop.
Stop resisting.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, usually if you just leave it right there, right? That's why they even have trash cans. Like,
Yeah.
I literally drink.
Even the TSA doesn't really. They're like, yeah, just drop it in the bucket.
We caught you with the knife. You have 2 options. You can mail it home or throw it away. I'll just throw it away.
Yeah.
All right, now get on the plane. But don't you dare bring a Keystone.
You could get the whole stadium drunk with that
Totally,
one
yeah.
beer.
Pass it around. To their credit, I think it was a tall boy.
Yeah.
So it's a little more dangerous.
No, but that's
Yeah.
funny. That's so funny how they
Oh,
tried to get
God.
all big
Like-
chest on you.
Yeah.
This could ruin your college.
Yeah.
I remember it sticks in my brain. Like, this will ruin your semester. Like, okay.
Like, okay. Oh, you're so cute.
Love it.
Damn,
I
you got good stadium stories. You
I-
got something?
I didn't get kicked out, but we got an aggressive pat down. So I was when I was working in DC, we got some tickets to go see the Ravens at one point. And I guess it's 20 years now, so nobody's gonna get fired. But it was back in the day. One of the guys that I was working with was dating a woman who was working on K Street, which is the lobbying area for DC, and she was working for Anheuser-Busch, and she had tickets to the game that she could get us. They were great tickets. And then we got to go up into like the fancy area, the suites area, and go get free food and everything else. But so we decided, all right, if we're going to this game, he knows, because he's been to a few of these games, that the bathroom situation at that stadium was awful. So if you needed to go pee, you had to go, and it was like a good 20-minute procedure to like get through the line, get up, go pee, get back to your seats. And he's like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to order trucker bladders.
Oh, no.
And so he orders these trucker bladders. You know, back in the day, you're ordering through a catalog. This isn't like Amazon delivers this. So he gets this like package of like 15 trucker bladders. And I'm looking at this thing, and if you've never seen a trucker bladder, it's basically just like a kind of a sack to hold all the pee. And then there's this part that you slip your member into. And so when you're sitting someplace, like if you're a trucker and you don't want to stop to go pee, you just pee, and it goes down into this bag that you tape to your leg.
Questions.
Okay.
Questions.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I understand the tape to the leg bag, but
Yeah.
like, what kind of apparatus is like?
It's essentially like a condom.
Okay,
It's
it's not like a
stretchy.
cinch thing. That
No. It's just stretchy, and you put it over, and then
Okay.
yeah, you just pee into that, and it's great. But we were going in, and you know they search at the stadium, and we're walking in, and our legs are on one leg is really bulgy because we've already been drinking, so we've already been using the
it?
trucker
Oh.
bladder, so it's sloshing around
Oh
before we've even made it into the stadium. So we get through, and this one guard looks at Huck and I, and he's like, "Wait a minute. What's going on? What are you guys sneaking in?" And he goes to pat us down, and you know, pat. What is? Oh, what's that? And we're like, oh, pull up our pants. It's a trucker bladder, and it's clear bag, so he can see the yellow liquid sloshing around in there. And we're like, yeah, we just, you know, it's hard to pee in the stadium, so we got these. We've got another set, so when we're done, we're just gonna dump these and go on. He's like. Yeah, okay, just go. I don't know what to do with this.
I'm buying some.
I'm looking at Amazon right now.
I can't wait for Mike to be behind the bar at Tap4ya.
You haven't moved for 7 hours.
Why are you walking funny, Mike? Now, mental note. You do have to keep track of how full those things
no.
get.
Oh no, yeah, there's definitely some math involved, right?
So, not me, but one of the other guys that we were with wasn't paying attention, and at one point it got too full, and he's like, "I feel pressure."
I feel pressure.
So he kind of like he pulls his pant leg up, and there's just this swollen
Oh, my God.
bag underneath there. And he's like, "I'll be back." He goes, "I had to pinch it off. Like I pulled my pants all the way down. I had to pinch it off, tie it off, and then unstrap it, and then gently put it in the garbage can."
I hope that was a stall maneuver, and not like just you walk into the restroom and just see
or
some dude.
just in the walkways
Yeah.
out there, like, "Hey, everybody."
Everything's fine, I promise.
It worked like a charm. It was fantastic.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little intrigued. But
Dude, I got it right here, dude. 15-piece urine kit.
that's a lot of pieces. Does that mean it's multiple sets?
3
or-
transparent leak-proof bag, 10 adhesive temperature test strips if you want to test it, but 47
Yep, still pee.
47 inch adjustable leg straps,
Yep.
filling funnel, portable. Oh yeah, no, right here.
Yeah.
What's the whole set run you?
$9.79. It will get here tomorrow.
I almost want to pay more. Is there like a higher tier?
Look at the set, dude.
Oh,
You
man.
wrap it up, and this one it looks like you could do it up on your upper thigh, so it doesn't sag down so much. Look.
I appreciate the mock-up. I don't necessarily like. They could have just used clear liquid, or like it's like here's what it'll look like when it's filled with urine. Maybe that's just the color.
Someone's
of the bag.
yes. Look at the bag. Someone's not.
Oh no!
Someone
Somebody
didn't drink any water.
Any water. That is the wrong color. That is like golden brown. That's bourbon colored.
It's no. You know what it is? Let me. It's Malort.
Way to bring it around.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, fuck.
All right, well, you guys have good stories. I've been thinking, besides the things I've already shared, it wasn't a stadium, but I did sneak in one of the local festivals around here. I won't call them out by name, but we used to bring in our own beer just in the water growlers, right?
Oh, yeah.
But it was when my kids were young, so I'd stick them in the lower part of the stroller.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then put the bag, diaper bag over it. And I remember when we were entering, showed tickets, they saw that we had water bottles, and the guy goes, "Do you mind? You have to open each one, and I have to smell it." and my wife, she is like, she turns white. She's petrified. Like, she's like,
"Oh my God,
we're busted. Yeah,
we're going to jail.
I'm diming him out. I have nothing to do with this." And luckily, I remembered, because we had kids, right? There was certain one I knew what they were, so I was like, "Shit, I'm gonna have to just try to fast talk my way through this," right? So I open up the first one, let them smell it. And my wife is literally standing at the other table, and just the eye contact. She's like, "What are you going to do? How are you going to – you're letting him – like, this isn't going to work, right?" And I'm like, "I can't believe – what are people smuggling in?" He's like, "Dude, you wouldn't believe it, man. I've seen, So we do the first one. I'm like, "God, dude, I'm sorry. I have so many, right, when with my kid,
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, I'm sorry for having – second one." And I'm like, "God, dude, here we go. We're getting close. We're getting close." And I think we had – a third one that was just water, and I'm kind of huffing and puffing. I'm like, "All right, man, hold on, just a few more." The third one, he finally goes, "Dude, you're fine." The line's stacking up. And my wife went from, she goes, "How did you know?" And I go, "I knew nothing. I was just trying my hardest to be like, I can't believe people do this with kids in with a stroller too."
Oh,
like,
God, how
fucking
could you?
savages, right? And she was like, "I don't understand how you knew." I was like, "I was just trying to stall and talk, and
Yeah.
it worked out.
Yeah.
It was kind of lucky. I didn't know how it was gonna end." And she's like, "No more. This is too hanging out with you just as stressful."
Well, no, the advancements they've made in smuggling, like
Oh,
for
yeah.
Christmas, dude, I got this mock Yeti that, again, love my wife.
Yeah.
Sometimes sends mixed signals where it's like, "Hey, you're not gonna get weird, or you're not gonna like." But then will gift me these incredible things. So it's a Yeti, like a 32 ouncer.
Yeah.
But the lid has like a James Bond compartment where you put the mixer in the actual Yeti,
Yeah.
the booze in it, and it's got a Inspector Gadget flip where, like, if someone checks it, you just flip it and you pour it out, and it's water or Coke.
Yeah.
And you hit the go-go button, and then it mixes together, and it's like, it's one of the favorite things I own. But it's also like, you just gave me like a weapon. But she's like, I trust you to be, use your judgment and not abuse this. Like,
Okay.
There's always a way, right?
Yep.
There's always a way. I remember when Blazer started doing metal detectors. It used to be random, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then many years ago, I think that all the NBA stadiums just finally said, "We're just going to have them," right?
Yep.
So first thing I did, downgraded from the metal flask to the plastic one, and because I would stick the metal one right in front of the belt buckle, right?
Oh,
Yep.
Smart.
And every single time I would set it off, and then the kid and some of the guys I would go with, like, "Dude, you do it." And I go, "Dude, I've never got caught," right?
Yeah.
Then they wand you down, boop, goes off, kind of lift it up a little bit. It's a belt buckle, always would go in, but then it was like, all right, you're at some point it's gonna catch up to you, right? So I was like, fine, I'll show them, I'll one up them, I'll go plastic.
Yeah.
And now it's so funny how many times I go to the bathroom in a stadium, right?
Yeah.
And how many little airplane bottles or the or the plastic pints
Yep.
of liquor. I'm like, I know you guys, I understand what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
You can't have people bringing in large quantities and consuming and this and that, but it's like, there's always a way.
Yep.
You can put metal detectors until you're blue in the face, right?
Yep.
It's not going to do anything with a plastic bottle.
I mean, in college, people would put it, well, not people, but girls I knew would just fill up Ziploc bags and put it in their bra.
Yep.
And it's just like, I don't have that advantage. Like,
Well, at this age, we might have that advantage. We could probably get away with it. Like, ooh, you got some nice boobs there, sir. Yeah, thank you. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. This one's Malort. And
oh.
See, we did a triple tie in with the
That
Malort.
might be 4
That's
callbacks. Ignoring the delightful juice we're sipping on now, which
yes.
Oh, dude, yeah, we need
unfortunately
to.
Malort stole the show.
Well,
No, that
we don't want to tell people how good this is since there's only 8 boxes.
Hey,
in
the
this
first
thing.
8, go get it.
I know. It's like Willy
This
Wonka.
doesn't come out until Wednesday, so we've got a couple of days to go pick
Goodness.
some of this up.
All right.
Scoop it all up.
You guys, you're gonna be driving Brian home, and you're gonna see me pass you on 99. Like, I'm getting there first, motherfucker.
we're gonna have the old Days of Thunder.
Rubbin's racing, bitch.
Hey, I'm in Maddie's car. It already has damage from the mailman. I will fuck you up.
Oh,
See, I've kept just a little. I've been trying.
Yep.
I've been trying to
Yep.
be an adult about this and not.
chug it.
Yeah, but it's coming to an end. So I guess we should probably speak on it and
I-
grade it.
I
it's-
think we gotta let the guest grade first. So, what do you think, Brian?
It gives
really,
me more
really-
sippy time.
I really enjoy it. I'm going to refresh my memory and check the notes, and then take one more sip. See, the power of suggestion is real, but I don't get the leather. I wish I did. I get the smoke. I do get the dried cherries,
Yeah, no, yeah.
but I mean, it's fantastic, especially at 100 proof. Like it, I get a little bit of, it says it's there, but the burn isn't unbearable. Like,
No.
No, not at all.
I mean, on a technicality, like it is available if you want to drive there and get it. And the price point, what's cool about it is it's not one of those ones where it's like underpriced, where it's, like a Pappy that's $70 but $900.
Yeah.
Again, the set is $3.99, and the accessibility is there if you want to pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go easy high gold.
Okay. Fair. I'm gonna go right there with you on a high gold. I think this is super tasty with a complex enough palate that no matter who you are, you'll get something different out of it. And I think going earlier for what you'd said, I wish it was a full size bottle. I wish each of the 3 were a full size bottle.
Because it is a great sharing package. Too,
Yes, it is. But, just the 3 of us in an hour have taken down half that bottle.
I don't know if it's going to make it out of here alive.
Yeah. Well, you still got the book.
Yeah, the book will stay. And
the packaging. So I'm going high gold because I think it's a fun expression of what they do, and the flavors are fantastic.
Well, yeah. I love it. Big Mike loves his Angel's Envy. I've been fortunate enough to try 2 of the books now out of that set, and this was very flavorful. I really, really, really enjoyed this one. Just like you guys, we will do the high gold stamp on it.
Perfect.
So look at that.
Look at that. Unanimous high gold.
Yeah,
That's good.
with no doubt. No doubt.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah, we have to set it. That's how we set it
Set
in
it
the
in
books.
stone.
Yeah.
On record.
Literally set it in the book. But
2 things. Do you have a composite of like the scores, like what you've done and like the scores they've gotten?
I've not put it into a Excel spreadsheet, but I do keep notes on every single episode.
For the nerds, that might be fun to look at. Like, I'd be curious. I guess calling myself a nerd. The other tidbit you can look forward to is Angel's Envy is in September. They're coming out with a triple wood that will be
Really?
available. It's not allocated. It's not just it's their first, because right now they have their regular bourbon and then they have their rye.
Yeah.
September is supposed to land the triple wood, and
look at that, dude.
very
Breaking
excited
news
about it.
here.
Yeah. Very, very looking forward to tasting it and seeing it. And
Yeah.
here for the holidays will be pretty awesome. So
Kind of same price point as the.
haven't officially locked that down, but it'll be between the 70 to 90 range.
All right.
Like somewhere in there, but it's coming. At least that's what I think. Again, I haven't
Oh
seen the
fuck!
official.
There we go. We'll have one more Angels Envy thing on the podcast.
Mike's doing fist bumps.
Yes. All right, we'll see. You heard it here first, folks.
You may not have, but we're gonna say you did.
No, they heard it here. Brian, he knows, and no one. Brian, yeah, first here.
Yep.
Whiskey and Wine podcast.
The breaking news sound or the.
Oh, well done, gentlemen.
Yeah, thanks for coming back, my friend.
Yeah,
Thanks again for having me. This is great. It wasn't as educational, more BSing.
No. See, it was good though.
I'm all right with that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might have gave us a few ideas for new shirts too.
Just a fat guy staring at a hot dog.
I love you.
hot dogs. Verbal thing. Bubble goes. You know you want me.
Come on, I'm fine.
I'm fine. Hey.
Don't wanna waste
Wink.
me.
Just a hot dog winking at you.
Hey, big boy.
Come on.
There might have been some mac and cheese on me before, but I'm clear now.
That's right. The other guy licked me clean and put me down.
I'm all yours. What? God. Well, thank you for not making us vomit, but you sure as shit tried.
I tried. Well, that hasn't happened yet, has it?
Not yet. Not during the episode. Certain people have had a rough after the episode, but not during the episode
Yeah,
yet.
I've heard tales of that. That's
Weird.
Well, guys, thanks for listening to the Whiskey and Wine podcast. Remember to follow us on social media. There's a little bit of YouTube. You can comment on things. You can send us notes. Whatever you want to do. If you've got an idea, send it to us. Because it's not like we're locked in on these ideas for the next several weeks. We'll do whatever the hell you guys want.
Whoa.
Well, yeah.
You want me
Hold
to put
on.
the dog collar on Mike? We can do this.
Hey, that's fine. But every time I get shot, you're doing a shot of more.
Oh, I like that. That's
Ooh.
what a tit for tat.
So yeah.
Oh,
You
see,
shock-
this is why we can't have the wives on, because Mike'll have the dog collar on, and I'll just have the bottle of Malort, and the women will just be like, and shot.
I literally just got a text. Speaking of performance on the text, from my wife saying, "Gentle reminder: have a glass of water." So,
Hey, we can show. Look,
it's right here. I have it. Hydration's key. Everything's fine. We're very well.
That's right.
Yeah,
talking about water. We'll just when this episode airs, when we get it all up on social media, see if you can find the Easter egg we're gonna lay in there, and a little what, behind the scene or deleted scene of blooper of one of the waters, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
We'll see if anybody did anything stupid.
Damn it.
That almost went that way. I caught it. I held it back, boys.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening, and make sure to follow us on social and let us know what you want to see.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
All right.
This episode of the Whiskey and Wine podcast is sponsored by Portland Party Bus, Portland's original party bus company, where the ride becomes the party. PDX Party Bus pricing is all inclusive. This means all the hourly rates include all fees and mileage. No surprise charges at the end of your party, just professional staff and a party all along the way. Visit them at pdxpartybus.com and plan your next wine tasting, birthday party, or just a great weekend. pdxpartybus.com.